of that year, and I got my license back on the 5th of the 2nd of December of that year. So it was 9 months.
Mm.
And God Almighty, and then anyway, to that 100 liters of water inside the engine, because I was all the time putting water, and it was like heating up all the time, so all the water was leaking to the engine. And anyway, I just looked into other cars, and I thought, right, I can see, oh, there's a nice little Corsa in there, you know,
Yeah.
it's a 10, 15 years old car, but that will do me, at least for now. I'm going to see the insurance, £11,000. Well, 10,950 to be precise. And I go, what the hell is wrong with you? What are you talking about? Well, you have a drunk drive conviction that will stay in your life for 11 years. And I said, what do you
Does
mean?
it?
Yeah.
No. I thought it was like 5 years, like everything else.
You don't have to declare to the insurance companies after 5 years.
Ah, but it stays on for long.
But it stays on your license. So if I'm going to call the insurance company and they see, if they should not even ask, because it's against the law to ask about that, because it's some kind of, I saw something about some discrimination, whatever it is, but they will ask it anyway.
Mm.
But I can say no if they want to go deeper. That's why I don't put the number of my license when I'm getting the insurance.
Yeah.
Because they can just go and see there's a DR10 in my license, which is going to expire in 2027.
Oh, right.
So I still have another, well, 1 year.
Yeah, just over a year now.
Just over a year. So for that reason, the insurance goes up, and then the second year the insurance dropped to 8,000, and then 5,000, and then. But that's why I got a motorbike. 1 to 5 just to commute to work, and the insurance on the motorbike was 900 quid.
900 quid for the year.
Yeah.
That's cheap, isn't it?
When in the last year I had a motorbike, it was 92. So it was 900, and then it dropped to 600, and then 90 on the third year.
How can they even insure it for 90 quid?
I don't know.
How is it worth the risk?
I don't know. Really don't know. And then there was a time when I was passing near Blacksmith, and then I saw the 40KA. And then I thought, right, I'm just gonna do a little quote, how much would be the insurance, for the Ford. And then I got the insurance for £700 something. I said, well, yeah, that's it. No more motorbike, no more falling.
Yeah.
I'll get that. So the first year was 700, then 500. And then when I didn't have to declare anymore, it was like 250, 200 something.
For the year?
Yeah. And then I changed to the Duke, and then it went to 250 to 370. It was not bad, just another £120.
Mm.
And then this year it was 470, so it was another £100. So.
See, to get my cars on trade insurance, I had to start off like with a new trade policy.
Yeah.
And that first policy cost me nearly £6,000 for the year to get the first policy. Yeah. And then it dropped down to 4, and then I think it went to 3, and now it's at about 2.5-ish. Thereabouts. About £2,500 a year for it. Well, that does cover me and the missus as well. So
oh, right. Well, fair enough.
it's not too bad.
Well, but it's still a big lump of money, man.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
Well, yeah.
The thing is, I needed it because I used to be freelance mechanic.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I had it, is so that I could work on people's cars as myself, my own business, should we say. And then obviously I could test drive them afterwards. So I had to have it.
Okay, so why did you start working for a cast then?
I changed a couple of years ago to going back to work for garages. I'm still self-employed, so I'm still my own sort of business, shall we say.
Ah, so you're still on your own rates then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of, yeah. But when I moved up this way, it was easy to get work in a garage again. And it's not easy to get new customers when you're starting in a new area.
All right, well, yeah.
So I went to Hayton Service Station, which is literally at the end of this road. The petrol station at the end of this road. I used to work for their garage, but the money was shit. So then I went to Pocket and Motor Care, which is the next garage down, and the money was better. And then I went to work for Cass, where the money's a lot better. So.
Okay, well. It's always good if you're looking for the better, man. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, I've got no incentive to go anywhere else now, because Cass pays me good money, so. And he
seems
treats
like a
me
nice
well.
guy, yeah.
He treats me well.
Oh,
So
that's good.
that's worth more to me than the increased money.
Yeah.
If PMC, where I used to work, treated as work, I probably wouldn't have left in the first place. So.
Well, I know you mean before I changed my career, I used to be a chef.
Yeah.
So I end up as an executive chef, working for a restaurant, developing menus for a few companies. The money was great, but God Almighty, people treat you like a proper number. Well, okay, number 2, son, you are number 5. Oh, we don't need number 5 anymore. Bring number 6. You are a no one for them. You are nobody. Money's great, but they, as you said, the way they treat you is not worth the money.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's not worth the money. And then when I changed job to become a coalman, I was like, what the hell am I doing for my life? I've been living like, I don't even get paid 1/4 of the money I used to get. And then I started saying, yeah, but my mental health is back.
Yes.
And there is no money which will pay for that, you know, the peace I have on my mind, not the stress of being all the time overwhelming to get a job done, you know.
I'd say doing our job as a mechanic is a lot like being a chef.
Yeah.
It's extremely stressful.
Well, I can imagine things, man. I can imagine.
But, you know, like you were saying about your mental health and stuff.
Yeah.
This is where, and you like, you know, money doesn't matter in comparison. This is where I'm at with my back. This is why I've spent so much money trying to get my back right. Is because you can't put money on your health.
Oh, no. Absolutely not, Shane.
So.
Absolutely not. I'll share something with you. In 2018, in 3 months, I think I spent more money in my health than I did in that was 2018, so 7 years ago. Then I spent in 35 years. I spent in 3 or 4 months much more money into that. You know, why? Because I snapped the ligament on my shoulder, my knee was fucked, my foot was fucked, my elbow was dislocated, so I was in a proper mess. You know, so every week I was spending about 250, 300 pounds on treatments for all sorts. So Monday to see chiropractor, and then on Tuesday I was going to do acupuncture, and then I was going for deep tissue massage, and then on Thursday I was just looking for whatever else was there on alternative treatments, you know, Reiki, healing, or whatever.
It's something else. Like.
Yeah, and I didn't have the money to cover all of that. So what I was doing every Friday, I was just traveling to a different country and worked with martial arts to get paid 100, 150 euros, 200 euros just to complement that for the treatment of the following week.
Yeah.
You know, it was from November 2018 till around March 2019. Once I was done, you know, in the last 2 weeks of the treatment, I was like, well, I'm back, you know. But God, the money I put towards it, because sometimes I say, yeah, this week is 250 something, but next week, oh, there's someone in London who does this type of treatment, can you do that? And I say, yes, and then you get there is 350 pounds for the bloody treatment, plus another 100 quid to get to London, another 100 for the hotel and food. So it came to the point that was just like, it's just easier to put a bullet inside my head and die.
That's how I've been feeling for years.
You know, and then it slowly started recovering. But until you find that particular treatment which actually will help you,
yeah,
God, it's just. So and all of that was accumulation of trainings of martial arts and work in the kitchen or work in the office, like kitchen manager and stuff like this. You know, the stress, I couldn't do that anymore. And then I said, so now I believe I get paid well enough for what I do.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, they would look at me and laugh and say, well, I would never work for this source of money because it's not much. But let's say I share with you. On the coal business, I get paid 26,000 a year.
Do you know what that is per hour?
It's 500 pounds a week.
500 a week, right?
Yeah.
40-hour week.
That's the thing. That's the thing. The amount of money is not much. As you can see, 26 grand is not much. But in between March and October, I might work 15 hours a week.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you get the same amount of money, or
the same amount of money every single week? Every Thursday, 430 quid on my account.
So you're in a salary?
Yes.
Yeah.
So getting there on the salary. So regardless, I got like yesterday, I went to work, I started 7:30. It was 20 to 9, I was finished.
Mm.
And then I was like, okay, what to do now? And then just went to my boss' house, we live quite close, and to give the paperwork back. And they said, so what's to do in the yard? He said, nothing else, I'll go home then.
Mm.
So I work 1 hour, 2 hours, and they still get the same amount of money. Problem starts in November. November, December, January, and February. Then we get busy because of the winter, the snows, and all the sorts.
Mm.
But even then, I don't work 7 hours a day.
All right. That's not bad then at all.
No, not at all. And that gives me time to do a few different things. You know, before I was more into the teaching, traveling. So now I'm getting old. I don't want to be, spend hours in the airports anymore. So I just set another martial arts school, start working a bit more with the massage. So it does give me time to do whatever I want.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, and I still have the money coming to my account, which sometimes to do absolutely nothing.
Mm.
And then some people say, well, you got luck. Then, well, when you start getting old, what you don't want is stress for your head. So I work on my own. Doesn't matter how fast or how slow I'll go with my work. It's just me. I see my boss in the morning just when I come to get the invoices. And sometimes I don't even see him in the afternoon to give back. I just put on the post and I go home, and that's it.
It's not bad if you don't have to work 40-hour weeks.
Yeah, no.
I hate working 40-hour weeks, but I'm trying to save. I'm trying to save and build up some money.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the cars, the Saab course is probably going to be going soon.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to get a shot at that to get a bit more money back in.
Yeah.
But when I started at Hayton service station just up the road, 3 years ago that was £14 an hour. Then it went £16 an hour. But I then got offered £20 an hour at Pocket Motorcare down the road. Now with Cass I'm on 25. So it's a big, big jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge jump. So when I started with Cass, I started on 21.
Oh, so you're already starting a good one.
Yeah, I started with him on a better wage than PMC, yeah. But I kind of liked how he worked. So we tend to work quite well together.
Yeah.
And we were just chatting one day, and I think I actually said it as a bit of a joke originally. And it was along the lines of, oh, I should have a pay rise now. And he went, how much do you want? I said, oh, I'd love 25. And he went, all right, then.
Just like that?
Yeah, so that's how I ended up with it.
Okay. I think should work for a cast.
He literally got a calculator out and he went, yeah, I can do that. And then, yeah, that's how I ended up with it.
Oh, that's a nice boy, man. I've been knowing Cass for so many years now. Well, since, gosh, many years. I would say maybe around 10 years when...
Yeah, because he said you went to blacksmiths. So
yeah.
I'm assuming you met him at blacksmiths.
Oh, yeah, no, gosh. To be honest with you, at some point I was only talking to him at blacksmith. I was coming to see Steve, and I was end up talking to Cass, just going around the bag, because I was doing that. So we got quite, chatty. And then when he left blacksmith, I don't know why, someday I just messaged him, look, I'm having some little problem with my car. And then he said, well, I left blacksmith. He said, so where are you now? Well, I'm in Elvington. I said, well, that's fine. It's just 5-10 minutes to get to Elvington from where I am, so I'll go there. As much as I like Steve, but all the time I was dealing with Cass when I was getting there. So, it's been always genuine, guys. So, yeah.
I find him a very nice bloke, and I find him very well to get on with.
Yeah.
So, even if I left for whatever reason, I'd like to see him do well.
Yeah.
Because he's been really good with me. Like, when we moved here, I was living a bit further down the road. I'd been working for him for 3 weeks to a month, I think. I said, going to need a day or two off. I said, 'cause we're going to be moving. And he's got tip a van. He was like, oh, right, you can borrow my van if you want to help move. I was like, it was nice.
Yeah, well, just like that.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, borrow the van if you want to move. So I was like, oh, right, well, that was a good start.
Yeah.
But I've been with Cass now for 10 months, I think. So far, I don't regret it at all, to be fair.
No, he's a nice bloke, man. Cass is a really genuine nice fellow.
I find we work quite well together.
Yeah.
I know we've got the other lad now, but he's only been there for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Is he doing well?
Depends if you talk to me or Cass.
Okay. Yeah, because how old is he now?
Oh, the lad.
Yeah.
The young lad's 17.
17.
But-
Now I just asked that because like one day I was there. When I think it was on the day when I went to change the tire
Yeah.
of the van when I met you there, when you first spoke. And then I remember Cass saying to him, right, can you just lift the car and see that wheel? Oh yeah, but please can you just lift the car to see on that wheel? And then the guy, oh yes I can, and then he was still like standing on the side in the Cass, would you please lift that kind of like, yes, Cass is very patient. So the second I would just say, get your stuff, get lost.
Yeah. What you've said is exactly what my thoughts are. I struggle to put up with him because all the time he's phone.
Yeah.
All the time. And then you'll ask him to do something and it'll be 2, 3, 4 times. You know.
Yeah.
Cash says it's just the generation how they are now, but I said at the end of the day, if he's interested and he wants to work, he will.
Yeah.
But I'm not convinced. So, yes, I struggle to put up with him, to be honest.
Yeah, no, yeah.
He seems a nice enough lad, but
yeah,
but he's not got the same work ethic as us.
So he never. Well, he's just when he did start in there then, 2 or 3 weeks ago. You said.
Yeah.
How did he start in there?
I think he knows somebody who knows Cass.
Right.
So he knows nothing about cars. He's from the bottom learning, which is fine. Me and Cass are more than willing to teach him, but he's got to want to learn.
Yeah. Well,
and this is the problem I'm finding with him. But obviously, keep that between us. Like Cass obviously knows because me and Cass have had a conversation about it. But
yeah.
I don't want the lad finding out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's having a chance and he deserves a chance to get in and try.
Well, he needs to help himself too.
Exactly, yeah. The thing is, when I'm working, I'll do my job. If I finish my job, I'll look for whatever's the next job. Earlier on, I finished the job I was on, which was that Skoda clutch. I had the last few little bits to do on that. I'd done that. I thought, right, what's next? And I'd seen that Cass had stripped one of the Toyota Igos for a wheel bearing.
Yeah.
The bearing was on the floor ready, so I put the hub back on the car, got that car finished. Cass didn't even know I'd done it because he was outside dealing with a customer. But that was another job done because I knew it needed to do it.
Yeah.
So I just went straight onto it and done it. The other lad, he'll walk past oil on the floor and he'll just walk past it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He won't think, right, oh, there's oil, I'll go and clean it up. You know, when Cass did the bearing on the Toyota, I helped him do some of the bearing, but then there was all the bits of old bearing on the floor. I went, right, that needs fucking sorting, grab dustpan brush, sweep it all up, straight and scrap it. The other lad just hasn't got that initiative to just do something that
Is
needs
that his
doing.
first job? Well, his
Second, I think. You think he was working in carpentry before,
Right.
but I'm quite curious as to why he left.
Oh, well. Are you?
Yes.
As I say, with this new generation, Shane, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like my wife said, so why are you? Why instead of selling the catering trailer,
Yeah.
don't you just get like a lad to work there for you? You don't have to pay a full salary. I don't know how much is an hour rate now, but you can easily just get a 16, 17 years old, train them, or 20 years old and train to work there for you. I said, I rather to set it on fire. And then she said, why? Because I'll never employ someone less than 30 years old at least, to teach them something. So what you mean? Because if a person of 30 years old, they have a responsibility, they will do the best to keep the job, to learn something, to make some money.
Yeah.
Young lads, they just need to have a mobile phone on the hand, speak to the ladies, and that's it.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know, so as my money, how you doing? So it's just gonna be the money gone. So no, I rather sell it, and then someone can do a better use out of it, but not me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, do not few people sometimes around. Last time I was training someone, it was a little lad in the kids. He just left the catering school.
Yeah.
and then he came to work in one of the kitchens which I was running. And then he just arrived there. The first thing he did, he put his headphones on as he walked in the kitchen.
He does that, yeah.
And he said,
Fucking hate.
and then he looked at me. So what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Does your apron wash the dishes? What? I'm a chef.
Not yet, you're not.
Yeah, no, you wash dishes. Well, I'm a chef. You say yes, you are, but your function today is to wash dishes. That's going to be your chefing job today. And then he puts his headphone again, and then someone is shouting, "Oh, I'm missing some pans, or I'm missing some whatever else in here." And the guy is just there with his headphones and and the general manager came to the kitchen and said, "What's going on here?" And they said, "Well, that's the lad you sent to me to work in here. So why he's not cooking? Because he's washing dishes. Why? Because look at him. He has his headphones on. He can have the headphones as long as he wants, but he's going to be there washing dishes." And they said, "Well, sir, don't be like that." I say, "I am exactly like that."
Yeah,
And
totally agree.
Yeah. On the following day, he comes again. "So, what we doing here today?" Then they said, "Can you take those headphones off?" Okay, yeah, sorry. And he took put on his pocket. 5 minutes late, headphones on. And then he was doing a bit of salad. Said, "Can you go and wash dishes again?" And he said, "Why?" "Because that's what I'm telling you to do. Go and wash the dishes." "How are you doing today?"
Very good.
Good to hear. Well, better than him, surely. Better than his back.
Is it any looser than last week?
Well, he's not. This is not complaining the pain like he was last week, and I'm putting a bit more pressure than what I was doing there. So maybe just pretending.
It doesn't look as bad as last week. It's very bright red yet.
So yeah, no, it was like few spasms come last week, which is good. He's not having that bad moments. I don't know how it's gonna be tomorrow though. But we're working a little bit into the meridians. I was just explaining to him sometimes we should not only concentrate on the muscles but the internal organs. So we're just doing a little bowel meridian search, and then just to see how it will.
Does that like flush it?
Kind of.
Don't do that to me. Just...
Oh, that's not painful at all. It's just the acupoint lines when you need just to, you can even go here. It's just where the lines are, where the points are. Because sometimes if there's some rules around, I'm not trying to make as much rules as I did last time.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just a little bit. It was not that bad.
I said to her, when I looked at the mirror, I said, "Oh my god, I'm bruised." That's what you look like. You pulled the top off. I was like, "Okay, now."
So this is not complaining with pain this time. Well, I'm just entertaining him with conversation, so it should work a little bit better. So yeah, and then after 2 weeks washing this, the guy came to me one day and said, "So, hey, hold on, I'm a chef." And I said, "Okay. And why you put me to wash dishes?" And I said, "Because this is my kitchen. Everybody's doing their work and you are listening to the music. You can listen to the music as much as you want while you wash the plates." And then he took the headphones out. "So can I not listen to it now?" "No, you are not in the nightclub. You're not in the party. You are working." "Okay. So as you are the chef, you are in the past. You are in charge of the kitchen. Enjoy it." What do you mean?" "Well, you said you are a chef. So you are in charge of the kitchen." And it was 14 chefs working that kitchen. So and they said, "Well, I can't do that." I say, "So next time you come here and you say, don't say you are a chef, because nobody here is a chef. Everybody here is a cook, including myself." "Okay, but I was studying for it and me too. For over 20 years I'm doing this job, and I'm still not calling myself a chef."
That bit's painful.
It is.
I'm not even a cook. I'm not a chef.
And then after 3 or 4 weeks, he handled his notice. But I never shouted at him. I never said anything what to offend him. I was just put him to duties whether he believed he could do. And then I just said, "Look, you are learning something, so just come, do the job. Don't worry about what people are doing here. People may be working here for 10, 15 years. You're still doing the job. And you just walk through the door, singing, headphones on, trainers, not put your apron, saying you are a chef, and you can't even, do the job which you've been told to do." So yeah, that's how I got to read with a lot of those little guys.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Though I'm not training anyone anymore. Out of the kitchen, no more stress. Rather to be delivering my coal in the rain and the stress-free.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm quite curious how long he'll last.
But why? Well, do you guys need someone else there, or it was just because he needed a job?
We do need somebody else, but we don't. I had this discussion with Cass because it's a lot of work, hell of a lot of work. He needs a bigger unit as well, but the size of the unit isn't big enough to accommodate a third full-time mechanic.
Right.
Because it's going to cost a lot of money to have another mechanic, another lead. It's going to cost another wage like mine to have somebody else. But with only 2 ramps,
Yeah.
in my opinion, it's not worth paying another full-time mechanic. But we do need somebody to clean up, keep all the fluids topped up, do basic jobs.
Yeah.
And basically just help out. But the problem is he's not even doing that half the time.
Well, that's a shit thing, but yeah.
But it's going to take some time for him to get used to the place, so maybe he'll come back.
Well, it might come until the point is he just needs to realize he's getting paid to do something, And if he does his second job, it's still going to take a long time for him to understand how it works.
If it was me, I would have sacked him by now. Put it that way.
Well, there's no need for it. Just cut the hours, and then he will realize.
The thing is, I don't know if he's got the motivation to want the hours in the first place. I don't know if he doesn't have a car, so he doesn't have any expenses. He lives with his partner's parents, so he doesn't have any house expenses.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he's got no drive to get money. So I don't think he's interested. That's the problem.
Tell him to come to my school to learn martial arts. I'll make sure in 2 weeks' time he will be interested in this something.
Oh, that's so.
That's where the muscles, the thing starts on your back.
Mm.
So that's the start point. So that's one of the trigger points. It will be sore, just for the fact. It was inflammation there. It's not as much as it was last week.
Yeah.
Okay, so because this is just one area now when you are feeling it, when before I could feel it in other places. There is still some inflammation there, don't get me wrong. Okay, but it's not as bad as it was.
Yeah, so it's like I said to Cass, I said, we could do with an apprentice, but we need a good one.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. We need one who's going to see messes that need cleaning and go, right, I'm going to do that. Someone who sees us pushing a car in and go, right, I'm going to help push that in.
Yeah.
Whereas he just stands there and watches everybody else push the car in.
So what does he do then?
He does do stuff, but you've got to
Well, you
tell
need
him
to tell
all
him.
the time, yeah. Sometimes a few times. So, yeah,
So
He
this is
seems
the
to-
knee, yeah? Or this,
it's this one.
The
that's-
right, yeah.
Yeah, this one. This one.
so the left hip, right knee, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. When I started work at that age, I was working for a garage that was very time oriented. So if you weren't doing anything productive, you would find a job very quickly.
Yeah.
So that's what I do with him. If he stood there and he's on his phone, I find him a job there and then. Screen wash can needs top.
I shouldn't not even be on the phone.
He does it all the time. He'll finish his job or whatever he's doing and then walk outside, stand by the yellow posts.
Yeah.
And then he'd be playing games on his phone. And he's got headphones in, like you said. But I said to him the other day, I said, look, the headphones, are a problem because if one of us drops something on ourselves or we need an emergency, you need to hear us.
Yeah.
You can't be having headphones in. So, yeah, I know Cass has had words with him a few times. And we were discussing it earlier on. He said he's going to give him like another month and see how he gets on. But he's not overly pleased. He's not overly pleased with him. But he's giving him a lot more time than I would.
Yeah.
Me by now, I'd go, you know what, I can tell you're not interested. It's like Cass said, I'll show him how to weld. Like, just show him a bit about welding. So I got my mask up the fan so he could use Cass's one. And I was like, right, we'll bring this over now and start welding. I started welding, I was talking to him. This was his second day there, I think. Looked over, he was gone. He was outside.